1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2.
I put a tweet out with the link, or with MVI Live. I did. Yeah, I tagged him. Did Casey put anything on Facebook?
Bit of information for you guys. Elizabeth Forward has the best.
You can mention it. That might spot at 50. Yeah, we only had 169 on that one. SA always does really well. Always. Always. Liv, keep that ad on the entire game. Yeah, that's probably our fault too. I thought it was funny. office is probably like, I wonder what I could get for Gordon in the summer league. Yes. With his value.
Bell Vernon has the highest scoring offense in Florida.
Hey, you gotta trade Dunny. Cuz. Trade him for a first round pick. No one's gonna trade him for the number 1 pick. Not if there's someone better. Not if there's someone better. He should trade his kid. Good.
He has something like a whole new roster.
That's better than a draft pick.
And he got like 8 out of his 10 players.
That's addition. Are we live? We're not. Oh, we're not even. Are we muted, or is? On what?
Hey, we should be live. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, we're not. It's just this noise.
We need to have this.
We good?
We are live from Elizabeth Forward High School for this edition of MVI Live. I am Mon Valley Independent Sports Editor Jeremy Salou, joined by Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, Naz Victoria, and Olivia Greco to join me on the call for this game between Elizabeth Forward and Bell Vernon. We're going to listen to the national anthem, the starting lineups, and we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise and gentlemen, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by God's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocky Tragos Vestina came through the night.
And there's a look at tonight's starting lineups. Again, we'll run them down real quick for the visiting Leopards. Number 1, Devin Whitlock. Number 3, Tyler Kovach. Number 13, Jake Haney. Number 20, Daniel Gordon. And number 33, Joe Clancher. For Elizabeth Forward, it'd be number 1, Zach Boyd. Number 2, Vernon Settles. Number 3, Makai Daniels. Number 12, Ethan Bowser. And number 15, Charlie Meli.
I'm pretty excited for this game. This is the first time I get to see EF play tonight. It's going to be a big one. Both teams come in with great records. Bell Vernon 10-1, 8-0 in section. Elizabeth Forward 8-3, 8-1 in section. So this is more or less for the section championship if EF could pull it off.
Yeah, Bell Vernon will clinch the section title outright with a win.
And I think the other thing Bell Vernon's playing for is the number 1 overall seed in Class 4A. It's a very not out of the realm of possibility as Whitlock launches a 3, and that's easily rebounded by Zach Boyd. As Bell Vernon comes up empty on its first possession. Now it's Vernon Settles guarded by Jake Haney. Gets it over to Boyd, drives baseline, trips, and he is called for a travel. And the Leopards will take over. Daniel Gordon running the point, not Devin Whitlock.
Interesting juxtaposition between these two teams. You have Bell Vernon coming in as 4A's biggest scoring team at 70 points a game.
Jake Haney gets the scoring started with a big three-pointer. Give Bell Vernon a 3-0 lead. And I know that one thing that's concerning to Matt Loftus is the shooters for Bell Vernon. So Ethan Bowser now drives to the lane and gets it back to Zach Boyd. I'm sure we'll see those shoes on MVI court kicks. And there's a double dribble called. If I'm correct, Jose, that's Craig Spizak again, isn't it?
That is Craig Spizak, Yawk's baseball coach. I've seen him a couple times this year.
Good friend of the MVI, does a good job out there.
So I was talking about how Bell Vernon is the highest scoring team. Well, Elizabeth Forward is the stingiest team in 4A.
Devin Whitlock now 0 for 2 from long range as he misses that one. And the rebound comes to Zach Boyd, guarded there by Tyler Kovach. And now it's Vernon Settles, guarded by Gordon. Over into the corner to Boyd, guarded by Joe Clancher, drives baseline, runs into Kovach, and he's going to get called for a block. And that's a couple times we've seen this year. Now, as if Kovach just hits the deck on a couple of these calls like that, he might get a charge.
Yes, sir.
He absorbs the contact, but if you don't go down a lot of times, you're not going to get that player control foul.
Oh, he was out of bounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makai Daniels is out of bounds on the baseline there.
So who did they give that to? Did they give that to Clancher or did they give that to Kovach?
I believe it was Kovach. Here goes Whitlock now, drives inside, little floater up, no good. Gets his own rebound back to Haney for 3, and that one's good. Jake Haney with his second three-pointer of the game. That's not something that's unfamiliar. Jake Haney likes to shoot early in the first quarter. And if he hits his first couple, you're in trouble.
Jake Haney, I think, is one of the best three-point shooters in the area. I think he's really developed into one of those potent outside shooters that teams really need to key in on.
Absolutely.
He's a big reason why Bell Vernon has been so successful, providing that secondary scoring to Devin Whitlock and Daniel Gordon. That trio has been phenomenal this year for BVA.
And he's definitely taken advantage of every time Gordon touches the ball, you hear the other bench yell shooter.
Right.
He's like a quiet killer.
Yep.
Whitlock deflects that one. It went off of Meli and out of bounds.
3 early turnovers for the Warriors here in the first 2.5 minutes.
In 3 possessions.
Three possessions. And last night, 37 combined points from Zach Boyd and Vernon Settles. EF only scored 42 in total, so they need...
inside by Whitlock to Tyler Kovach. Makes it 8-0, and if you're Coach Loftus, you might want to get a timeout here soon. And there's a 5-second call because Ethan Bowser did not pick up the ball. And the count had started, so that's another turnover.
Bell Vernon's intensity is really going to give them some trouble today, I think.
I think you're right, Olivia. These are 2 young teams, and Bell Vernon just has a little bit more maturity than EF. EF starts 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores and a junior.
There's a three by Gordon off the front of the iron, and Zach Boyd's going to let that one go out of bounds.
The last time these two teams went at it, Bell Vernon came away a 59-47 winner on January 19th, and EF's youth really showed in that loss, especially in that second half, and it seems like early on here, the same thing's kind of happening here for the Warriors.
Here comes Elizabeth Thor now as Settles brings it across the timeline. And gets it over to Matt Daniels, who checked in for his brother. And there's a steal by Gordon, and he is fouled by Bowser.
5th turnover for EF.
We talked about that last night, Jose. You just can't turn the ball over and expect to win.
That's what haunted TJ in the 4th quarter of their 2-point loss to Laurel Highlands last night, and it seems like early on that's kind of what has put EF in this hole. They haven't been able to capitalize, and Bell Vernon has.
Haney again for 3. And there's the timeout I was talking about from head coach Matt Loftus. Haney with 9 quick points. And Bell Vernon leads 11-0.
Yeah, 9 of their 11.
Yep.
Hey, Jose, you know, maybe it's due to that youth that they're turning the ball over so often early in this game. Hopefully they'll be able to settle down a little bit and stop turning the ball over for sure.
Yeah, it seems like when this Warriors team can take care of the ball, have some good ball movement, they can play. I mean, you know, Vernon Settles is a young kid, but we know how deadly he can be shooting the ball. 20 points last night against Mount Pleasant. Zach Boyd had 17, but they need some other scoring. You know, 37 of the 42 points were scored by those two guys last night. They need other guys to step up on the offensive end.
Certainly do, especially against a team like Bell Vernon.
Absolutely. We'll thank one of our sponsors here at the break with the timeout. Although insurance does not always cover wellness and preventative care, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness offers very affordable wellness programs and packages to improve your body's overall wellness and performance. Their programs are top-notch in improving overall health and wellness and athletic performance for all ages. Go see Valley native Dr. Emilio Gallus and his staff for all of your physical therapy and sports injury treatment needs. Visit them on the web at www.eliteptw.com or arrange a consultation at 638 Ross Shaver Road in Bell Vernon.
Elizabeth Ford comes out of the timeout. There's a 3-pointer by Zach Boyd. No good. Rebounded by Daniel Gordon, and here come the Leopards, smelling blood in the water.
I think that's really the first legitimate shot that EF has had.
I think you're right.
Goes Whitlock now, guarded by Bowser. Looking for a lane. Kicks it outside to Kovac, inside to Clancher, outside to Gordon. Gordon now back to Whitlock. He gets into the lane. Pull-up jumper from 15, no good. Rebounded by Milab. Here comes Vernon Settles. Little jump stop at the elbow, no good. Milab with the offensive rebound, and he missed that.
Scores 11-0, and Devin Whitlock missed every shot he's taken so far.
Gordon hasn't scored yet either. Whitlock drew the contact, but he's going to get called for a traveling violation. Here comes Quentin Martin, the fabulous freshman from Bell Vernon, checks in for Joe Clancher.
Makai Daniels will come in for Ethan Bowser. You think the jitters, too, for this young EF team? I mean, this is a Saturday afternoon game, a big section game, a rivalry game, really, between these two area teams.
And a televised game.
Yes, sir.
Daniels kicks it back. There's Settles with a deep jumper. No good. Here comes Whitlock. 3-on-1.
Nice
Haney all alone for the layup. Makes it 13-0. And Jake Haney is up to 11 points already for Bell Vernon. He did not play in Bell Vernon's last game. We saw Quentin Martin get his first start. And we got a traveling call.
6 turnovers for the Warriors.
Against Makai Daniels on the trap in the corner.
Both of these teams came into this game on some winning streaks. BVA has won 10 straight since that season-opening loss to TJ in December, and EF has won 5 in a row since suffering a loss to Trinity in mid-January.
Nice
pass
again
by Whitlock to Kovac. Misses the layup. Boyd with another rebound for EF.
So do you think this is a smaller court than Bell Vernon's court?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
I think that plays to Bell Vernon's advantage with their pressure defense.
It does, and Joe Salvino said the same thing. And we got a foul called against Quentin Martin. And they're going to say that foul was on the floor.
We are monitoring the chat, so if you want to talk to us, let us know how we're doing, or talk about the game, feel free to head in there. Thank you to the 52 tuning in now.
There's Boyd for three, no good. Tyler Kovac with the rebound. Give a quick shout out to Mama Haney. She's on there watching her son score the first 13 points for Bell Vernon. Haney inside to Martin, back out to Gordon. He's going to go to the basket. His layup's a little strong off the back of the iron. Kovac tried to give it to Martin, but Donnie Torek stripped it away. There goes Daniels for three, no good. Haney comes up with the rebound. Here he comes the other way, gives it over to Tyler Kovac. Back to Gordon, he's going to step into another three, and that's good. 16-0. Bell Vernon leading with 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. And that pass is long into the arms of official Tom Trilly. Joe Clancher checks back in, this time for Tyler Kovac.
Have we mentioned that Devin Whitlock hasn't scored a point yet?
Yes.
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 I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to clarify to everybody out there that Devin Whitlock has not scored a point yet.
And the score
And
is
it's 16 to nothing. So when he gets hot.
I was going to say, there's still a good chance he might end up with 20 today.
Right.
Kick out to Gordon for three, no good. Boyd with the rebound. And here he comes the other way, and he is fouled by Gordon. Far from the basket.
I think Bell Vernon at this point, too, even with a 16-point lead, you want to be aggressive on the defensive end of the floor, but you got to watch the fouls, too, at the same time. Only three at this point, but still.
Another turnover.
Another turnover to Daniels was
number
out
8.
of bounds.
That's like 8 in 10 possessions.
8 turnovers for the Warriors.
Hey, Susan.
They're going to force him into maybe playing man-to-man. Yep, there you go.
Yep, here they come. Bell Vernon might just hold here for a final shot. Nope. Martin with a little floater.
No, he's not.
That's good. 18-0 now with 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And if you're head coach Matt Loftus, you couldn't have predicted this kind of start for your Warriors. Settles inside to Torek. Strong against Clancher. No good. And here comes Quentin Martin the other way. Try to get it to Whitlock. And Whitlock's going to get called for a push on Boyd. And this is exactly what we've seen last game for Bell Vernon. They started out against York up 23-6 after one, but then they kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit. So we'll see if that happens again in the second quarter.
And Dev still scored 33 points in that game, which is still a possibility. He can get that in 3 quarters.
I don't see Joe Salvino taking his foot off the gas.
Well, not that he does, but the players kind of relaxed a little bit. Gordon got a double dribble, and he knows it too.
Still 9 turnovers now for EF here, as we're now under 10 seconds to go in this first quarter.
See if they can get a bucket.
I would imagine even a bucket here would do a lot for the confidence going ahead of the second quarter. Settles, little floater, no good. And that'll do it. Elizabeth Ford is shut out in the first quarter as Bell Vernon leads 18-0. Heading into quarter number 2.
Wow. That's all I could. That's the only word I could say. Wow.
You can see on the bench the heads are down a little bit here for Elizabeth Ford. They got to keep their heads up, and they have to find a way to creep back into this game. They got to win the next 3 quarters.
I hear JoJo yelling. They're up 18-0.
Yeah.
over anybody else.
Give a shout out to Bell Vernon area's Cole Waitman and Logan Hoffman for winning section wrestling championships. And both will advance to the WPIL championships next week. We have the Class 2A WPIL Championships going on today. Jonathan Guth, our little buddies there. We'll have some photos if our guys make it to the finals. And we got a good chance with Frazier's Rune Lawrence, just a freshman. And if Frazier, I think, had 4 wrestlers represented. EF, Nick Murphy, I think, lost in the semifinals. But he'll wrestle for 3rd. And a chance to get to the Southwest Regional.
It's a big possession right here for EF. They need to get on the board. At worst, they need to get a shot up.
We got a foul called against the Leopards.
Nope, another turnover.
And there's Gordon way up ahead to Whitlock. Nice. Little shovel way over to Kovac, and he missed another wide open layup. Another empty possession here for the Leopards. Settles with a pull-up jumper, no good. Daniels battling hard in there for the rebound, gets it up, no good. And Zach Boyd is going to get the tip in to end the scoreless streak. 8 minutes and 33 seconds, and that streak is over as Boyd will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Okay, that might have broke the ice. Maybe Elizabeth get on a little run here. And
Boyd hits that free throw, makes it 18-3.
Get back in the game. 15 points is not impossible to get back in the game.
Boyd's the type of player that can take over a game and get a team back in it.
Warriors come out in a zone. Haney's going to shoot again, no good. Gordon with an offensive rebound. Nice bounce pass to Kovac, and he gets that layup to fall, and he was fouled, so Tyler Kovac will have a chance at a Naz Victoria 3-point play.
Hey, that's what he might have needed, was a little bit of physicality.
He wasn't so open on those ones, that's all. Kovac's shot is up, no good. Boyd had it knocked away by Clancher, and Clancher was on the line.
Anybody catch who that foul was on for EF?
I did not.
Come through.
Here comes Haney right under the basket with the left hand, no good. Ends up getting the rebound and putting another one up. So it's 22-3 now. It just looks like around the boards, Elizabeth Ford's being out hustled.
Yeah, it's been all Bell Vernon here through.
Tried to get it to Bowler, threw it away, but Settles was there. Here's Boyd now guarded by Whitlock, kicks it out to Daniels for 3, and that's good. Matt Daniels with a 3-pointer. Makes it 22-6. There's Gordon will look to answer with a 3 of his own, and he does. And makes it 25-6.
Matt Loftus would like to see that in the summer, not in the fall.
Right.
In the winter.
Bowser was fouled there by Haney.
That's his second. He's the first one with any kind of foul trouble whatsoever.
It's going to be 1-1 for the Warriors, so Bowser will go to the line.
This goes back to what I said earlier. BVA wants to hold off on the, don't want to get too carried away with these fouls. Want to make sure you're still disciplined while being aggressive.
Bowser hits the first one, so he will get the second. And that one is no good. Easy rebound there for Kovac. Up ahead quickly to Haney. Haney all the way across to Whitlock and inside to Clancher. Tried to get it to Haney, and Haney is going to get called for his 3rd foul.
Again, I mean, that's the foul you don't need to take.
Right. Milad's going to go to the line here for 1-1 as Martin's going to check in for Jake Haney, and his mom's giving him the business on the chat. Milab now lines it up. His first shot is good.
We've seen teams get back into games just on getting to the free throw line, and now that EF's in the 1-and-1, I mean, that's definitely something they can utilize to their advantage here with 5:44 to go in the second quarter.
Insert Naz talking about free throw shooting. Naz? Oh, that one rolls in.
It's important. It's one of the most important factors in basketball.
So you're saying that Charlie Milab made those free throws because of Naz?
Yep. There's Whitlock.
He does
strong
play
to
for
the
him in the
hoop,
summer.
and there's Devin Whitlock's first basket of the game. Makes it 27-9.
Watch out.
Hey, silver lining so far, EF has outscored Bell Vernon this quarter.
Boyd all the way over to Bowser. Kicks it outside. Settles for three, and that's good. Vernon settles. Cuts the lead to 15, 27-12. As the bench implores the Warriors to pick it up on the defensive end now. And here goes Gordon. There's Whitlock in the corner for three. Bang, that one's good. 30-12. Bell Vernon gets the lead back up to 18 as we're at 5 minutes to play here in the quarter. Quickly the other way, Kovacs drives to the hoop, and he was fouled after the basket by Zach Boyd underneath.
No, that was on Vernon Settles.
I said Boyd made the basket now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ethan Fike has a question. Who do we have winning 2A in the WPIL? I think that's hands down. That's Olsh, right?
Yeah.
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 You don't have Frazier?
No.
We would if Olsh didn't play basketball.
Right. It's Kovac.
No disrespect to the Doors, of course.
One of the free throws make it 31-14. Settles up ahead to Milab. Kicks it outside to Boyd for three. No good. And that one goes high above the top of the backboard, and Martin pulls it down.
Should that have been considered out of bounds?
No.
It hits the top?
Yeah,
There's
it
Gordon
did.
for three. No
Yes.
good.
Yeah, it was shaken.
Martin kicks it back out to Gordon. Inside to Quinton. Tried to get it to Clancher, but Martin was fouled, and that looks like it's going to be on Matt Daniels. Oh, nope, it's going to be on Milab.
Jake Haney better step it up, or he's not going to be eating tonight.
No dinner for Jake. Martin gets it back to Whitlock for three. He is fouled by Settles. And Devin Whitlock's going to go to the line for three.
He is going for, did they say he was going to shoot three?
Yep.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
will shoot three.
Whitlock's first is up and good.
Watch out.
Mr. Markwood says SA is going to beat Olsh today.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be a good game. The MVI will be there. We will not be streaming because Olsh would not let us in.
Ashley Chase will be there to cover the game. So read her story in Monday's Mon Valley Independent.
My buddy LJ Davis wants to know who's the biggest challenge for BVA in 4A. There's Martin straight to the hoop after the steal, and that one's good. And there comes a timeout by Matt Loftus.
And the Shannick might be.
The Shannick's going to be good. North Catholic's in there.
There's a couple teams out of that other Quaker Valley.
Quaker Valley, Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Bell Vernon plays defense this way, though. Larry Davis knows. He's a former Greyhound. He knows it's all about the defense in the playoffs for Joe Salvino, and that's what he wants to see from his team.
And this team isn't just Devin Whitlock. Whitlock is, without question, I think we could all agree, one of the top players in the WPIAL. But this team has just really come together as the season has gone on, and they're going to be tough to stop.
They have all the pieces that fit together. It seems like every game, Jake Haney gets out, starts everything off for him. Devin, he's a little bit slower of a starter. He gets going, ends up with 33. Right. Daniel Gordon, he does it all. You got Quentin Martin coming in, dominating inside. You're right. They have it all. And when Kovac is hot,
Yeah.
that's another dimension.
And like you said, and Kovac and Clancher both are those kind of players that, they don't have to score.
No.
They get their rebounds. They play tough defense on the interior. They're big. They're physical. And that's all they need from them. As Boyd cuts right past Clancher to the hoop. Makes it 36-16 with 3:45 to go. And one of Salvino's former players, Jamie Reeder, popped on the chat as well. Ashley Guidone says hello to Olivia.
Aw. Hi, Ashley.
Big shout out to the 75 people watching us now.
That's awesome.
We will also have at halftime our referee segment where Olivia will pick different things that she didn't like about the refs.
Oh no, can't do that. Can't do that.
Gordon tried to get inside, instead defers back out to Whitlock up top, gets a screen from Martin. Whitlock kicks it out to Gordon, passed up on a three, pull-up jumper, no good. Boyd with the rebound, he was fouled. It's going to go against Joe Clancher.
It's foul number 9 for the Leps. Up by 20, you don't need to do it.
Ethan Fike wants to know who we got in a Fraser GCC rematch. Fraser didn't lose by much to GCC, but Fraser plays the way they did against California.
Yeah, I mean, GCC, they have that duo of Christian McGowan and Brevin Williams, but like you said, Fraser's a different animal this year.
Boyd hits the first free throw as Torek checks back in. We're going to call him Summer League Donnie. Helps us out with the Summer League. I really hope we can get fans into the Summer League this summer. Boyd hits the second. And that one is good. 36-18, 3 minutes to play here in the first half.
I'll tell you what, being at these games this winter, I've seen some players that will be coming into the Summer League.
There's Kovac for 3, and that's good. Another assist for Whitlock. And it's 39-18.
And there's going to be a heck of a lot of talent infused this summer.
There goes Settles. He is fouled. Looks like it's going to go against Kovac. And it is. And Settles will shoot a pair. And then every foul from here out will be 2 shots for the Warriors.
Settles only 3 points here tonight. Zach Boyd has scored half of the 18 points for the Warriors. So this is the first.
Dom Dorkin wants to know what it would take for Fraser to beat Olsh. Asteroid strike? No, I'm just kidding, Dom. The Settles hits that one.
I'll say a lot.
Great defense, and at least two guys that are about 6'6", 6'7". Whitlock spins in the lane, tries to go up and under.
Maybe a couple kids from Monessen.
Jeez.
Oh my.
We are on a roll. We got to get weekend afternoon games every week.
Tell me, Olsh is a 2-time defending champion, correct?
I believe so, yes. Because they beat...
With the same players.
They beat Sarah Catholic 2 years ago. They won last year.
And they have the same players back.
Yes. There goes Martin to the lane, and he is called for a charge as Makai Daniels stepped in to take that one on the baseline.
Foul number 11 for the Leps here in this first half.
See, Justice Rollins knows what's up. Greyhound defense. Hashtag playoff Joe is
a turnover
Cunningham with a steal. Makes it 41-19 here in favor of Bell Vernon. There goes Settles up ahead to Daniels. No basket. It's Cunningham went up and over the top. And Matt Daniels will go to the line here for a pair of free throws. You hear Salvino Saying, just let him shoot that. You're too far behind. There's no point.
I was more worried about him getting injured on that than stopping the shot. He went right up over and came down hard.
Ethan Bowser checks back in. Second free throw is no good. Good rebound there by Kovac. He had it slip out of his hands and it goes out of bounds. And that's going to belong to Elizabeth Ford. 2:07 to play here. 41-19 in favor of visiting Bell Vernon. There goes Matt Daniels for three. He is fouled and the basket is good. So if that's a 4-point play, we got to come up with a name for that. I mean, that's not the Naz Victoria 4-point play. That's just...
That's going to be Billy Greco.
That's the Billy Greco 4-point
The
play.
Billy Greco special.
Who'd they call that foul on?
Kovac. Holden LaCarte now checks in
That's
for Bell
his
Vernon.
third.
Bell Vernon got some foul issues they need to worry about here as we go to the second half as Daniels completes the 4-point play to make it 41-23.
It's almost like I foresaw this too.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Whitlock hands it off to Gordon. Whitlock gets a screen from Gordon to Holden LaCarte for three, and that's good. Holden LaCarte comes in just like he did against York, and he hits a big three-pointer, makes it 44-23. Bowser up ahead to Makai Daniels for three, no good. Boyd with the offensive rebound, goes to the basket, kicks it out. There's Daniels, his three went off the side of the backboard, and Gordon's gonna come up with the ball and go the other way. Gordon hands it off to Martin. Martin gives it to Gordon. And here's something, I mean, think about it. When have we seen Elizabeth Forey get to set up their offense like this? And Whitlock is fouled on the way to the basket, and that'll be 1-1. Did you see the head of steam Whitlock got coming off the wing like that?
It was after he tied his shoes.
So you're saying that's the reason?
Yep.
You mean the MVI court kicks?
Yep, MVI court kicks. Check it out.
Whitlock's first free throw up and good.
Do you think we can get sponsors on some of these kids' shoes?
Maybe. I think we just need to get some of these kids' shoes. Whitlock's second shot is up and good.
He has 10 points now.
46-23. Bell Vernon with a minute to go here in the first half. Here comes Daniels straight to the basket. No good. Boyd with the follow. There's a big rebound for Whitlock. All by himself for the layup. Makes it 48-23 with 40 seconds to go. Vernon settles the other way. Fouled by Whitlock.
Pretty soon, everybody on Bell Vernon's team is going to be in foul trouble.
Oh, they gave the foul to Holden LaCarte with the foul.
Really?
Yeah. What Spees says goes. Matt Loftus saying number 30 was down by him.
I think Matt Loftus is correct.
Yeah, I think that foul was definitely on Whitlock.
It happens. Trust me, it happens.
How was your first varsity game the other day?
Want to get into it at halftime? We can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get on that. Settles, hits the first. Misses the second. Another good rebound by Whitlock. Final 30 seconds of play here. I'm sure Bell Vernon will hold for the final shot. So Salvino wants a timeout.
I thought he was calling it.
I think he said 5 out. 5 out.
Now we got 5 out. Whitlock in against Settles. Throws it high up off the glass. Boyd with the rebound. Here he comes the other way. Against Martin, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Leopards.
So he went off Makai Daniels with 4.8 seconds on the clock.
Here goes Gordon. Up ahead to LaCarte. Shot is off. No good. Put back. It counts. The far official counted the basket, and that makes it 50-24 at the half. And we will be back to recap the first half, and give our thoughts, and say thank you to some of our sponsors in a few minutes. 48-24 Bell Vernon at the half, or 50-24 Bell Vernon at the half.
And we are back here on MVI Live for here at halftime. 4 minutes to go before the beginning of the second half. We'll read a few of our sponsorship priorities. Thank you to our lovely sponsors as usual. Are you looking for a solid start to your daily routine? Look no further than the newly opened Camel Coffee Company in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Camel Coffee Company is open daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring Intelligentsia coffee and other custom-made and community-brewed coffee. You can also add a pastry and sandwiches to your daily routine as well. Camel Coffee Company offers free Wi-Fi and is locally owned and operated. Check them out along Route 201, directly across from the Washington Township Fire Department. If you have recently bought a home or refinanced your current home, have you considered changing your homeowner's insurance? The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency offers great rates and excellent customer service. Give them a call at 724-292-8066 or visit the office at 214 West Main Street in Monongahela. The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency is proud to sponsor MVI Live and Mon Valley Athletics. Foster House 2 is now open for dine-in and carry-out. Don't miss one of the famous King sandwiches from the Foster House, which now has pizza by the slice and pizza burgers available all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Watch all of the Penguins games on the big screen TVs with a feature of 22-ounce Coors Light drafts for $2.50 during the games. The kitchen is open until 11:30 p.m. Don't miss out on some of the best food in the Valley at Foster House 2 in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Do you need something done around your house, especially when it comes to your HVAC system? Look no further than The Working Man. Give Chuck Murlock a call for your HVAC and plumbing needs. But that's not all The Working Man does. Electrical, framing, drywall, excavation, water, and fire restoration. You name it, he can likely do it. An authorized Lennox carrier dealer, The Working Man also offers apprenticeship programs and can provide excavating, help you with insurance claims, and now features whole house air cleaners to help kill viruses. Call The Working Man at 724-557-2028 for all of your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and building needs.
Are you looking for the best local news and sports coverage? Look no further than the Mon Valley Independent. The newspaper is currently offering a great deal of 60 days free for our electronic edition, which easily gets you through the winter sports season. Visit monvalleyindependent.com today or call 724-314-0030 to register for your free e-edition and follow your favorite local sports teams and get the best local news and sports coverage. Not only does the team MVI bring you the absolute best sports coverage each day, but now we've gone down the rabbit hole of podcasting. Join sports editor Jeremy Salou, assistant sports editor Jose Negron, and their cast of characters as they discuss the week's sports news, sometimes with a special guest. Join the crew this Sunday as they return to record the podcast at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi, just in time for its release to the masses at 1 p.m.
Excited for another podcast this Sunday. We'll be without, of course, our trusty sports editor Jeremy Salou, but we'll have plenty to talk about, I'm sure.
I might make an appearance early. You never know.
Maybe you'll be our special guest then.
If my wife gives me permission.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But here, right before the start of the second half, as we're about ready to go, 50-24, Bell Vernon lead. Bell Vernon outscored EF 18-0 in the first quarter and then 32-24 in that second quarter. A combined 56 points by these two teams and quite a few fouls as well.
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's for Bell Vernon. That's the thing you got to worry about. You got to worry about the foul trouble. And,
you have to still maintain the way you play defense. That's never going to change, but you have to be smart. You have to be disciplined here in the second half.
A couple of things I saw. One, obviously the Achilles heel for Elizabeth in the first half was just turning the ball over. They had more turnovers than you could ever want in the entire game.
They had 12 total turnovers, 9 in that first quarter.
Yeah. And then what we were talking about, EF was supposed to have the best defense in 4A and Bell Vernon the best offense. Well, it looks like the offense is doing a lot more than the defense.
There's Haney for three, and he started it off again. 53-24 as Jake Haney returns to the court after picking up 3 fouls and nails a three to start the third quarter.
16 points for Haney here this afternoon.
Boyd gets it over to Settles. Settles' little floater in the lane, no good. And Clancher fouls Makai Daniels.
That's third foul for Clancher.
sure everybody on the stream heard old Johnny Kukrak announce that for us.
He is the nicest guy.
You talk about the GOAT. It's Johnny Kukrak.
Definitely.
Yep.
There's no debate.
Johnny Kook. There's Boyd for 3 from the corner. It's long. Daniels with the offensive rebound, but he turned it over to Gordon, and Gordon traveled. Craig Spizak right on top of that.
Excited to talk to Spies here in the next, I guess, few weeks or so for our baseball softball tab.
And that's coming March 25th. It'll be in your paper. Check it out. As Boyd drives strong to the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound. He is fouled, and he doesn't get the layup to go. And that foul is going to go against Daniel Gordon.
Only a second for Gordon here tonight. As Boyd looks to get in double figures. He had 9 first-half points for the Warriors.
You talked about it last night, their game against Mount Pleasant. It was Boyd and Settles scored 37 of their 42 points, and they have to get that secondary scoring if they're going to be successful.
Matt Daniels did provide 7 points in that first half for EF as Boyd misses both.
Whitlock with the rebound. Straight to the basket, inside the clincher, up and under is good. And they put the points on the wrong side. It's actually 55-24.
Devin Whitlock's made some really nice passes.
They gave the points to the wrong team on the scoreboard here. There we go. We fixed it.
Second foul for Whitlock. I will say Devin has really showed just how unselfish of a player he is. Tonight he's given up some easy shots for easier buckets to other players.
There's Boyd, pull-up jumper is good. Makes it 50. They did it again. They put it on the wrong side. Makes it
55-26.
Yeah, they have it.
We're good over here.
There's Whitlock straight to the lane. Now don't change it. They gave. Oh
my goodness.
This dude is totally messed up.
I need to go down there and help him.
57-26 is the score. There we go. Boyd drives to the lane. No good. Clancher with the rebound up ahead to Whitlock. Nice bounce pass to Haney. And that one is good. Jake Haney with 5 points here in the third.
What a beautiful pass on the fast break.
That's one thing. Whitlock, he has a lot of assists.
18 points for Haney here tonight, too.
Gordon picks up that loose ball. Gets it out to Gordon. There's Haney again for 3. That one's off the back of the iron. Matt Daniels clears that rebound.
Haney will still need to be careful with the fouls. He has 3 at halftime, but he's been
Ethan Bowser out of the lane. His layup's no good. Makai Daniels with the rebound and the putback to make it 59-28.
That's his first bucket of the evening, or afternoon, I should say. Used to doing evening games, huh?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's even brighter in here.
This might be the first time we've been in this gym during the day.
Clancher passed up an open jumper at the elbow. There goes Whitlock to the lane. His floater is up and good. 61-28 now. Bell Vernon leads. Give a shout out to AMD Industries coach Bria Rathway tuning into this game. Hit us up on the chat as there's a 3 by Matt Daniels, and that basket makes it 61-31.
I rep with Bria this week coming up.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Goes Whitlock again. Step back 3, and that's good. And that's one area of Whitlock's game that has really improved is his jump shot.
Yes, sir.
64-31 now. Bell Vernon rolling.
Remember when Whitlock was shut out in the first quarter and then had 19 points in the next quarter and a half?
There goes Makai Daniels, no good. Daniel Gordon with the rebound for Bell Vernon.
Shout out to Mark Polad watching the game. Glad you're
Gordon to the basket, up and under, no good.
Enjoying this one, Mark, I'm sure.
Matt Daniels with the rebound comes the other way, outside the Boyd for 3 from the wing, and that one's good. And Matt Loftus quickly calls a 30-second timeout as the Bell Vernon lead is 30. And we have hit the mercy rule. 3:20 to go here in the quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be a fast one from this point on.
And you can hear Joe Salvino still not happy with his team's defense there on that last couple possessions. But we mentioned it earlier. I mentioned we haven't really seen EF set up in an offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been up and down.
There's been no fluidity to anything they've been able to do offensively.
No consistency.
In that first half, they really didn't have the chance considering how many times they turned the ball over.
Right. And that's a credit to Bell Vernon's defense. The way they play defense, they do that to most teams. And they're so good on the offensive end of the floor that, you know, they're able to get out to those big leads and create offense because of that solid defense.
3:20 to go here in the third quarter, 64-34. Bell Vernon on their way to an unbeaten section title.
83 fans tuning in right now.
Yeah, thank you for your support. Must not be a lot going on a Saturday as Whitlock has that one slip out of his hands. And the Warriors take it. Here goes Settles. Jump stop in the lane, no good. Big rebound by Quentin Martin. Up ahead quickly to Whitlock. Bounce pass to Haney with the left, and that's good.
Another beautiful pass.
Just how fast the Leopards are getting down the court.
Well, when you have a guy that can throw passes like that, that's not the first. That's multiple passes that he was able to just get it up there.
Didn't Jose use this line, but he's a quarterback, Naz.
He did use that last night.
Boyd drives the lane with the right hand.
Jeremy watches the live streams.
In between that and my kid puking all over the place, yeah, I watched a little bit of it last night.
She all right?
Yeah, she was fine.
Nice
There's
pass again.
Martin had it rejected from behind, and that's going to go off on Martin. No foul calls.
Yep, Vernon Settles got that clean.
Bell Vernon still set up in that pressure. Boyd inside the Melab against Martin. And Martin's going to get called for the foul.
Three on Martin.
Melab's going to go to the line here for two.
So they are stopping it on 2-shot fouls.
Free throws, clock always stops.
Yep.
Melab misses the first. That's the officials talking to the clock operator about when to stop the clock. Melab's second is up and good.
Maybe he should give him some pointers on who scores.
Jesus. Oh, boy.
You guys are the worst.
There's Gordon for three from the corner. No good. Team's battling for the rebound. Goes off bounds off of Kovac's foot, it looked like. I definitely think the difference in this game has been Bell Vernon's experience over Elizabeth Ford's youth.
It is.
For sure.
And I think EF is going to improve from this. I mean, they haven't played in many big games.
Martin taps that one away from Melab underneath, and here comes Whitlock the other way. Calls out the offense. Leopards are going to give 5 out here. Whitlock isolated into the lane, no good. Offensive rebound by Martin. 3 offensive rebounds by Martin.
Almost 4.
And Makai Daniels comes up with that one. Here they come the Warriors the other way. It settles for 3. That one's long. No good. Melab.
Nice pass.
Good pass underneath to Makai Daniels. Makes it 66-39 here as we're into the final 30 seconds to play. Bell Vernon with a big lead.
Jose, I agree with you. You know, Elizabeth Forward, they really don't have anything to hang their head about in this game. I mean, sure, they're getting beat, but they're so young, and they're going to learn so much from playing against the likes of a Bell Vernon, who happens to be highly ranked.
Yeah, and you can't simulate the speed and defensive ability of this Bell Vernon team.
There's a three-quarter court shot by Boyd is no good at the buzzer, and at the end of three, 66-39, Bell Vernon on their way to their 10th section win.
Whitlock and Haney had all their points that quarter.
Yes, they did. Clancher did have a bucket as well.
We'll say thank you to another couple sponsors here.
Yeah, although insurance does not always cover wellness and preventative care, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness offers very affordable wellness programs and packages. Dr. Emilio Gallus and his staff for all of your physical therapy and sports injury treatment needs. Visit them on the web at www.eliteptw.com or arrange a consultation at 638 Ross Draver Road in Belleville. No further than the newly opened Campbell Coffee Company in Washington Township, Bell Vernon. Campbell Coffee Company is open daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring Intelligentsia coffee and other custom-made and community-brewed coffee. You can also add a pastry and sandwiches to Route 1, directly across from the Washington Township Fire Department.
For us?
Yeah.
Check.
Check, check.
Hello?
How are we, chat?
Everyone in the chat, let us know.
Hold on. You're good, you're good.
We're good. We got the sound back. We're good. Looks like Matt Loft is going to begin emptying the bench. Telling his subs to get ready. And we have a foul call against Elizabeth Ford. Just the first of the second half. Gordon inbounds. Gordon for three. No good.
He knew that was off.
Yep. Torek with the rebound for the Warriors, and here they come the other way. It's Boyd hits a three. Makes it 66-46, and head coach Matt Loftus wants to see more effort on the defensive end here from his Warriors.
19 points for Zach Boyd here tonight.
Whitlock baseline, his floater is good. Nice baseline drive there by Devin Whitlock. There's Boyd for another three, no good. Good rebound there by Haney. And here comes Gordon now the other way for the Leopards. 68-46, 5:42 to play. Inside to Kovac and back out to Gordon. Gordon guarded by Bowser.
They're going to clear this out.
And Torek's going to get called for the foul with the two hands.
It's probably a good foul.
Yeah. Martin checks in for Clancher. Whitlock now directing traffic, and there's an illegal screen on Tyler Kovac.
We have a comment in the chat. Naz's jokes are funnier when the sound is off. By my dad.
Don't I agree?
Good one, Dad. That was pretty good.
I mean, I do have control of his mic on the mute button over here. I can just turn it off anyway. It'd just be funny to see him sitting there talking to himself.
I do that anyways.
There it goes. Settles with a little floater, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out, or Bowser kicked it out to Daniels, and here comes Daniel Gordon all alone. An easy layup for Gordon. Makes it 70-46, and Naz, that's right on their average per game, right?
Yes, sir. 70.2.
Settles is fouled. That'll be, what, the sixth on Bell Vernon here in the second half? That's going to go against Gordon. 4 minutes to play now as we continue with the running clock as Boyd inbounds to Settles. Settles over to Boyd. Boyd tried to get past Haney, kicks it out to Settles for a deep three, and that one's good over Whitlock. Makes it 70-49.
12 points here for Settles here tonight. This afternoon, evening, whatever.
There's Whitlock with a deep three of his own, and that's good.
I think Whitlock thought, whatever you could do, I could do better, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Them two have been going at it pretty much all night. It's been an interesting matchup to watch.
Quietest 24-point game of Devin Whitlock's career, maybe?
There's a three by Matt Daniels. And that one is good. 73-52 with 3:10 to go. And Whitlock was fouled on his way to the basket.
A 13-point effort for Matt Daniels as well. So you have a couple guys at double figures here tonight.
Kelly Rush checks in for Summer League Donnie.
Summer League Donnie?
Summer League Donnie.
We love Donnie.
He is really nice. Really
There's
nice.
Kovac rejected by Boyd. And that one goes out of bounds. It'll be Leopard's ball. Nice pass in from Kovac to Whitlock. Whitlock up to 26 points now. It's 75-52. There's Vernon Settles with a deep three, no good. Gordon with a big rebound up ahead to Martin. And there's the one-handed slam by the freshman Quentin Martin. 2 minutes to play here. It's 77-52. Boyd, he's going to step into a three. That's no good. That goes out of bounds off a rush. .142 to play. Whitlock against Boyd again. He drives it a lane this time, throws it up for Martin. And 5, Quentin Martin. is going to get called for a foul as he went up and pushed off the back of Bowser. So Bowser is going to shoot. 1:23 here to go. Bowser's first shot is up and good. 77-53. 1:23 to go. Martin had the ball knocked out of his hands there by Matt Daniels. 1:16 to go. Gordon now crosses the timeline. Bell Vernon will likely use some clock. Underneath Whitlock to Tyler Kovac all alone. Makes it 79-53 as we're under 40 seconds to play. There's Whitlock, almost picked up a steal there against Daniels.
I mean, him and Daniel Gordon have to average close to
at least
seven steals a game.
There's a three by Boyd. That's no good. Gordon with the rebound. And there's a lob from Whitlock to Martin for the exclamation point. And that'll do it as Bell Vernon wraps up the Section 3 4A championship.
That was awesome.
With an 81-53 win. To complete the undefeated record in the section, 10-0. What's that put them overall? 14.
They are now 11-1 overall, 9-0 in section play.
Oh, that's right. They do have to play South Park, but they did clinch the championship.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to play that South Park game or not.
Elizabeth Forward falls to 8-4 overall, 8-2 in section play. I mean, EF, they're still young. We mentioned the youth, but when you go down 18-0 after one quarter of play, it's hard to come back from that.
And then when you also look at their record, 8-2 in the section, your only two losses were the team that won it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be disappointed with that. So.
And you got to give credit to Matt Loftus and his staff. They've done a phenomenal job with this Elizabeth Forward team. They're only going to grow from this, playing in these big games every single year. And congratulations to the Bell Vernon area Leopards winning the Section 3 4A title outright.
For sure, it was an impressive performance today, and you know, from the opening tip, Elizabeth Forward was outplayed by a more experienced team. So, congratulations to Bell Vernon and head coach Joe Salvino with another section title on his impressive resume.
Streak.
Right, and that'll do it for us here at MVI Live. I will wrap it up and say goodbye for Olivia Greco, assistant sports editor Jose Negron, and Naz Victoria disappeared. So, have a good weekend, people. Tune into the Valley Sports Guys podcast tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll be back on Monday. I believe we're going to be at the Monessen-Fraser game as the Commodores look to win their section outright with a win over the Greyhounds.
Yeah, we'll see what that has in store for us. If it's anything like the first matchup, I'm sure it'll be another exciting one over in Perryopolis.
All right, Team MVI signing off.
Have a good day.
Later.
Have a good day, everyone.